Exactly 5 months ago, I started working for Hamza. I was responsible for, uploading those clips from Adonis school. When he'd have those one-on-one coaching calls, the ones that you saw him post on YouTube, those were posted by me. He gave me the green light to post the ones who he thought were the ones were like truly exceptional, the one that made Adonis school seem like the best. And once I had like an idea of which ones he wants, I started posting them. Eventually we stopped, right? Because he didn't want to flood the channel with like a bunch of coaching calls. And so we transitioned into just like posting the timestamps for each video, as well as like titling every short that comes out. So every short you've seen on Hamza's channel from like the last 2 months, I'd made the title for every single one of them, and I've scheduled all of them too. So it's like insignificant, right? I'm not scripting all the videos. I'm not doing like the major like heavy lifting. It's like still like all Hamza, but I've still worked for him, right? And honestly, working for him is probably the most impactful thing that's happened to me in my self-improvement journey, because I've been on self-improvement for 5 years, right? I started around around this time in 2018. It's when like I took a bunch of psychedelics and I realized my life is not where I want it to be, and I'm like heading down a really dark path if I keep up what I'm doing in my life. And so I decided to move to Texas with my family, just put my head down and focus on school, focus on trying to actually become a better person. And I've had a few slip-ups here and there, of course. I discovered Hamza in 2021, about 2 years ago now, and he helped me go from like level 1 self-improvement to probably like level 10 self-improvement. And now like these past 5 months, I've like tripled the amount of progress I've made in my journey, bro. The person who literally changed your life 2 years ago, and like you start working for the person who inspired you to make YouTube videos, like that is like mind blowing, bro. Like I would have never thought I'd be in this position, and I've learned a lot. The very first conversation I had with him was about my YouTube channel, because if you've been watching these videos for a while, I took a break, a year-long break, and then I came back with a video like titled Hamza 2.0. Y'all can watch that. And I just go into detail about how I had all these limiting beliefs, right? Thinking, bro, what's the point of posting on YouTube when I'm gonna get comments from people saying, bro, stop trying to be Hamza, bro. Like, you're not Hamza. And, you try not to let it get to your head, but once you get it on every single video, bro, it's like, come on, man. I really don't even want to post anymore because I know I'm gonna get these comments again. So, like, forget about it. And it's like I also felt like my videos weren't up to quality. Like, I would compare myself to him too, like internally. And so it's like I'd post a video and then I see him post a video and I'm like, damn, bro, he is like miles ahead of me. And he literally took everything I told him and flipped it around, bro. Made me realize that like all these little limiting beliefs I have are insignificant, because you have like 5,000 thousands of limiting beliefs a day telling you you're not able to do this because of that. You're not able to become rich in life because you're not white or something, So it's like he deconstructed my problem in a way that made it so easy to understand and made me realize, what am I even tripping about? Like, these comments are so irrelevant. And that's not like the only problem. Of like, he's helped me with like other stuff too. He's helped me like getting my workout in check. He's helped me like fix my diet. He's helped me fix my sleep. Like a bunch of stuff, bro. Like, he's really helped. But that was like the main one that like I wanted to post on YouTube, but it's like I have all these thoughts in my head saying, oh, if I post, I'm gonna get comments from people. Like, so what? Your own brain is gonna try and convince you to stop doing something because it's difficult, because it doesn't like enjoy it. Like, it would rather sit and watch TikToks because TikTok can give you instant pleasure, instead of grinding, making videos for like 10 people to watch. All those limiting beliefs literally disappeared like that. Another thing I wanted to mention was that you are the sum of the 5 people around you. And that includes people online. And I've always known this, right? I've always known I need to get rid of a lot of friends that really have no future. And so I cut them off. I said, bro, if you want to text me, text me. If not, that's cool too. And I cut them off. Especially after I moved to Texas, I had to leave a lot of people behind that I didn't want to leave. I had to leave people I used to play video games with daily. I left people I used to smoke with. I left people I used to party with, because I know if I keep hanging out with these people, I'm going to be a bum the rest of my life. And so it's up to me. Do I want these friends or do I want success? And I've honestly, it's such an easy answer. I want more success for myself. And so I had to cut these people off. I had to cut off people I've known since I was a baby, bro. I have a friend that I've known since we were like babies, bro. We grew up in the same apartment, but I had to cut him off because he's going to be a bum the rest of his life. And he's only going to drag me down. And I don't care if that sounds harsh, but I want the best for myself. I want the best for my children. The only way that's going to happen is if I shut up and sit down and focus. And so if you're the sum of the 5 people around you, imagine if one of them is a millionaire. How are you going to be a bum? How are you going to be unsuccessful if one of the 5 people you talk to on a regular basis is a millionaire, bro? And I have like 2 other millionaires in my contact list. I don't really talk to them as much because, you know, they're like 10, 15 years older than me. But it's like, it's different when there's somebody who like can relate to your experiences in life and also has like 100 times the amount of money you have in your bank account, right? And so it pushes you to be better. And when you have like an incredibly successful person like Hamza in the 5 people you know, in the 5 people you surround yourself with, how are you not going to be successful? You see this person's work ethic every day. You see how he'll record a 4-hour long video and then ask you to timestamp them, and then 2 days later record another 2-hour video and tell you to timestamp that and schedule it for next week. Like when you see this work ethic, when you see how productive you can actually be, when you put your mind to something, when you actually shut up and focus, the amount of work you can get done is astronomical. Like you have so much more potential, but because you surround yourself with people who have no potential, who have no future, they end up holding you back. Because life is a competition at the end of the day. People are so afraid of confrontation that they're gonna tell themselves, no, I don't care about competition. You know, it's me versus myself. I'm just trying to compete with myself. Yeah. But that's honestly irrelevant, bro. Because if you only compete with yourself and you think that, oh, you know, I'm better because I'm not the same person I was a year ago, so that means I am better now. It's good to think like that. It's good to be better. But your competition is on a completely different level. You're going to think twice about competing only with yourself. I want to destroy my competition. And it's sad that my generation of young men don't think like that. They think that it's bad to be confrontational. It's bad to compete with people. It's only good to compete with yourself, king. Complete worthless advice. Like, think of it this way, bro. You want to compete with yourself when there's people who are levels ahead of you. These people are going to steal your future wife, and they deserve to, because you are a bum. You have no drive in life. You have no purpose in life. So of course they're gonna steal your wife, because why would your future wife choose you over somebody making 10 times more money than you, looks 10 times better than you, is 10 times more religious than you, and you absolutely deserve to get left behind because you're not worried about your competition. You've only worried about being 2% better than the person you were last year. Another point I want to make is to stop questioning somebody's success. You know, I've been on his channel, right? I've read so many comments left on this channel because I'm on his page, like I'm on his YouTube channel, like getting everything sorted out. So I read these comments, bro. I read people saying, oh, it's because you're 6 foot tall and you have like a 6-pack, that's why you get girls and stuff. And it is so like, it honestly like mind-boggling, bro, that the mindset people have, thinking, oh, you only get that because you're rich, bro. Like, oh, you only have a nice you're only able to afford the trip to Bali because you have $1 million in the bank account. Well then, why don't you copy his success? If you see a successful person, why don't you copy every single little thing they do to get to that point of success? Literally, I figured out exactly what does Hamza do to be successful, right? And I took like his morning routine. I've adjusted it a little bit to fit my schedule and do what actually I want to do, right? And it works. Like, of course it's gonna work because you're taking what worked for somebody else and it's gonna work for you too. But instead you want to listen to somebody give you advice and then you want to question it. Like, imagine I tell you how, you know, working out like a bodybuilder is irrelevant if you want to be an entrepreneur, because it completely destroys your testosterone. Like, compared to the fake natties who are taking testosterone or like tren to keep their testosterone high while they destroy their bodies, they can do that because they're taking the testosterone. But an average person is going to completely destroy their testosterone. You know, they might get a little bit of muscle and then they won't build any muscle for like the next 5 years, and then have more testosterone problems like ED and like no motivation to do anything. And so if I give advice about how work out like this because this is going to be better for you, people want to say, oh, where's the study, bro? Where? Because everybody else is saying to do this, so how is it going to do that? But it's like, bro, you haven't even tried yet. You haven't even put in any work. If it worked for me, why not try it out? But instead you have somebody comment like, oh, how do you know that works, bro? Like, can you give me the scientific research that says that the carnivore diet is good for you? Can you give me research that says not training like a bodybuilder is better for your health? Like, what research do you need, bro? Can the success not speak for itself? You want to question everything without actually doing the work. And you wonder why you have no success in your life. I've literally seen this post of somebody saying, I trust my own research more than what you're saying. Then, okay, if you trust your own research, then why are you unhealthy? Why are you like having problems staying motivated? If you trust your own research so much more. See if it works and then speak on it, you know, rather than trying to like prove somebody wrong and saying, oh, there's no research proving it. It's different if there's incongruencies with what somebody is saying, right? For example, bro, I don't trust doctors. They want to tell you how to live your life, how to be healthy and stuff, but they're overweight and they have all these health problems themselves. And it's kind of like, you're telling me how to be healthy when you're overweight, you're diabetic, you have like heart conditions, bro, and you're telling me, oh, you know, your cholesterol's too high. Bro, like, what are you talking about? Especially like my generations of doctors, bro. Doctors who are going to take care of your children one day. In 10 years time, doctors are out smoking and drinking every night, getting wasted, hooking up with every single person they can meet. And people want to say, oh, that's normal and stuff. No, that's not normal at all. If they want to be doctors, that's cool. But I'm not letting my kids take advice from them. Somebody who's destroying their body constantly. And you know, they could change. There's a chance they might change, turn their life around, become like a health nut. But until that happens, I'm not taking any advice from you because you're literally destroying your body and you want to preach about how important health is. And like business professors in university too, bro, like they'll talk about starting a business and everything you need to know about businesses, but they don't even have a business themselves. Or if they did have a business, they weren't successful because why would they be in university teaching about business if they had a successful business? There's only one exception I know of. Literally my high school teacher, bro, he's a millionaire and he's a teacher because he likes to teach. That's like the only exception to that rule. I've never met anybody else who's an exception to it. And I think the biggest eye-opener for me working for Hamza is realizing that I don't really mind working for somebody else. You know, everybody wants to say, oh, work is bad, bro. Like, well, forget about work. I want to be financially free. But life really does get boring when you have no work to do. I'm able to work so much more now. Like, I've made like, 3 times the amount of money I was making before I started working for him, right? But I'm also able to go to school full time and get this degree out the way. And I'm also able to create videos every week. Like, this honestly wouldn't be possible without the mindset shift thinking that you're capable of so much more than you give yourself credit for. Imagine that I can go and work for 12 hours straight, come home, and I still have enough energy to make another YouTube video. This is the type of like productivity you're capable of, but because you're tired or you're lazy and you don't want to really put in any effort, you go to work for like 5 hours and decide that you're going to stop working, quit your job and go start like an SMMA or go join Hustlers University, bro, and start like affiliate marketing and stuff and go leave the matrix and stuff. Like, you're delusional if you think that. You know, we're brainwashed by these people online saying, oh, if the top 7 ways to get money, become an SMMA owner, become an affiliate marketer, become a drop shipper, you know, all these like cringe advice, like people repeating the same thing over and over again from the same people, bro, have no idea what they're talking about because they want to feed into your insecurities. They know your problems in life, bro. They know that you want to be financially free. They know that you don't want to work 40 hours a week. You want to be able to take time off from work without worrying about bills, without worrying about anything. And so they sell you a dream thinking, oh, if you buy my program, bro, it's only $1,000. It's only $50 to join Hustlers University. If you buy my program, you'll be rich. And you falling for it, bro. You're literally falling for it, and tell me how much money you've made. Literally zero. They'll convince you to drop out of school with no skills, no talent, no work ethic. but you're motivated to try now because, oh, I'm going to be rich if I do this. I'm going to be an entrepreneur and I'm going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars in 6 months, by the way, because I listened to Iman Gadji talk about becoming an SMMA owner. Like, it's completely false. And so these influencers will convince you to drop out of school so that you can buy their program and make more money. Well, it sounds really ridiculous when you put it like that, but that's the truth. You haven't even tried. You have the potential of doing so much more. You know, you don't want to go to school because you don't like classes, and that's completely fine. But imagine if you actually sat down, right, focused on school. Let's say you get like a computer science degree and you're making 200K yearly out of university. Then once you get the money from that, then you can go ahead and start your business. People want to start businesses with $0 in their bank account and then wonder why they can't grow, because a business is not to make money. A business is to solve problems. And how are you going to solve problems if you have no money yourself? You know, like Hamza used this analogy that I really love. It's like, what's the purpose of a car? The purpose of a car is to get to a destination, right? To go from point A to point B. But there's going to be one smooth-brained individual who's going to say, no, the purpose of a car is to go to the gas station and get more gas so I can spend $60 on gas every week. That's why I bought this car. And you look at them like, are you really that dumb, bro? But it's the same way with businesses, bro. You think you want to start a business just to get money? Like, a business can make you money, but that's not the point of a business. The point of a business is to be able to solve problems, to help other people. If your business isn't doing that, then your business is going to fail. Every single business I know solves problems. Apple is solving problems. Facebook solves problems. And then they make money off of it. If they only focused on the money, they wouldn't be successful. And I'm speaking from experience because I tried taking time off from school, right, to focus on like SMMA. And it's like, I don't enjoy it. Like, I don't care about the money, bro. I made like $10,000, but I wasted it all because why am I going to keep doing something I don't enjoy the rest of my life? Like, I would rather work at a job that I enjoy, a job that puts me in a flow state, making like 5 times as less amount of money if it meant I can enjoy my life more, if it meant like my life satisfaction is at an all-time high. Because the money's not going to make me happy, so why do I need it? Like, working for a masculine man like Hamza made me realize that, made me realize the potential I have, bro. Now I can work full-time. I can go to school full-time, and I'm still able to film 2 videos a week. 3 videos sometimes when I have like an extra like free time or whatever. Literally wouldn't be possible if I hadn't spoken to him. If I hadn't like gotten his advice, if I hadn't worked for him. It made me realize that life fulfillment is so much more important. Like, if I kept doing my SMMA, right? And then Hamza told me, bro, I want you to work for me full time, but you need to quit your business and you're only going to make half as much as amount of money. And honestly, I would choose that in a heartbeat, because it's like my life satisfaction would be much higher, even if the money is lower. But that's literally what I learned working for Hamza.